create the matchup. They bring him over to set up Adams against Jalen Ramsey. No safety help behind. He's able to get a step on him. That's just
direction. So you get Tyreek Hill one-on-one against a guy who's been playing him great all night. Feet get tangled up.
Forming on the field. That's a 14-yard completion.
And he won that route on the release. Did you see how he worked Joshua?
The makeup speed, this is going to be a touchdown. And right at the end, Brown has it, but, well, that's poised through the down.
See this on the first passing attempt on the game. Amari Cooper was a bit questionable if he was going to be able to play in this game.
One-on-one against Jalen Ramsey, and what he's really known for is not just the release. He gets out in front. Watch the late hands. Doesn't tip his hands.
And Burrow picked it up.
And when they can play with this chemistry, this is unstoppable. This is just on the fly.
This time he takes away that alley to the outside, just kind of squeezes him towards the boundary, and look how tough of a throw that would be, even if you were able to get it in there.
We're talking about much needed at the right time, and look who's covering him. Armani Oruwariye. He has not played in a while, actually was benched in favor.
There's no way to defend this. He goes up, and then he goes around the backside here of Xavier Howard. And somehow
really good coverage as well. Just nowhere really to try to put this football. They try to put a double move on Matthew, and he has a chance.
Look at Jeudy. Wins off the line of scrimmage with the route and then runs away from him, and a beautiful ball.
The toughest things when you start rolling like this, saw Ed Ingram as he's walking back to huddle, trying to wipe that smile off his face.
Watch Jeudy 10 in blue. Just a little bit of clearing space right there.
Not playing today, this is how big it is. Jamison Williams, he runs right by Cameron Bynum. He gets confused.
Just a little fade right here. You're going to run the hitch on the outside. Stutter, go. Now you're on top. The safety has to make that play.
So no forward progress.
Yep, it's great on great. Jeff Accuta, their best corner. Justin Jefferson beats him with that route.
And at 19 a game, 19 yards per reception. This is their, runs about a 20-yard route, comes back.
But sitting there going in motion, I'm like, what is going on? Why is this big athletic freak going in motion? And look, nobody expected that. The soft hands.
Receivers he's never thrown with. We saw it with Skoranek, and now
precision and timing in the passing game. Didn't see this last week. Really good coverage by the rookie, Cam Taylor-Britt. Really can't play it any closer than that.
Well, he's got it now with that one. 62 yards, just broke Keyshawn's record.
Yep. 1996 that stood, and still a lot of games left, and right there you see.
Watch the reaction. He's running his route. He's not expecting it. There's a ball right there.
Oh, hello.
We took a shot, and Petrie arrived a little early. Just going to see Lamb on that little return route.
Who was that? Was that the brothers over there, Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard, both collided. A nice job from Watson.
Eyes on the quarterback. Breaks in. Nothing too severe. Wanted it.
There he goes, and you see him hit that motion on the run. Almost like Canadian.
I just use a timeout here because you've got extra timeouts in the back so that you can review the play upstairs in the process.
Yes.
That looks like it's in that
I think
left
he's
toe.
in. Yeah, you're right. Really good job in coverage from Cam Taylor-Britt, who
Yards on that pickup.
he makes it look so easy. Just a liberal cushion right there from Denzel Ward playing zone coverage.
You're going to see the matchup on the edge. One-on-one. Just a 9-stop route. Sell the go.
Really a nice grab by Donovan Peoples-Jones, who's going to take a shot by Von Bell coming out of the middle of the field, and that's...
I mean, this is an unbelievable throw.
This is a heck of a throw. Great coverage by Nate Hobbs. Puts the ball where Skoranek can go up. Hobbs never really sees it. And how about the job?
A really nice job by Joe Burrow. He's going to see the matchup. You see Newsome. He's going to come up and he's going to play the run, and what that does.
I know Brown getting rewarded for all the hard work he does, especially in the run game. He does a lot of that dirty. Texans are going fast, but watch at the last second, fading out to the sidelines. But you see what he did, Kevin? And
the red flag is out.
So right there, this angle.
48-yard connection from Cousins to Jefferson, who's had a huge day.
Yeah, here's the problem. C.J. Moore, I don't know why you're looking back at the quarterback. If you were going to jam him, Josh Metellus, number 44, came down. He saw those 3 coverage, and DJ Chark ran.
We're just going to go after you, and we can be explosive. Watch the little lean inside. He drops Nick McLeod right away. And you've got a flat-footed safety that...
Kevin, sorry about that. I got excited talking quarterback nerd ball here as I'm trying to explain what you try and do. And then tack on some more. The thing that's amazing about this, Kevin...
Roughing the passer defense, number 92. That 15-yard penalty will be added.
Campbell, former high school sprinter. You're not going to outrun him, and he does a great job.
You call that play doesn't work, they're going to rip you in the media. So I love the confidence. And there is Amon-Ra St. Brown going up against Patrick Peterson.
Pickens one-on-one with Humphrey. He goes to the inside, then just takes off down the boundary with the safety rolling over to the middle of the field. Marcus.
And boy, Josh Reynolds, he's been absolutely phenomenal for this offense. And I love it. It's a very smooth, easy route.
On Sims man-to-man with Kyle Hamilton and
Justin Jefferson, he and Kirk Cousins on the same page. They try to go to a cover 2. Jeff Accuta, if you're going to go low.
It's been a nice job here in the second series by the New York Giants. They're starting to do some things differently a little bit. They have confidence to stay in man coverage here. You're going to bring that pressure
way into Seattle territory.
Well, he's just on a low cross here. Watch him. I mean,
that's in between his legs. It's in between his knees.
He is fighting the whole way. There it is, between the legs.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think it ever touched the ground.
No.
Just stay right there.
That looks like a completion to me.
Beautiful throw that time by Justin Herbert, because you saw Kader Kohu in front, and that meant that Herbert had to throw the little
control as any player in this league.
Well, watch him just go dead foot here. I mean, he just goes like dead body.
Because you're going to get a little bit of pressure from his left side, and this is actually not bad coverage by Fabian Moreau. You can see how tight.
Tippy, look at these. The tips of the toes, boom, drags the foot. No question, touch.
Up there lined up against DeAndre Hopkins, and you see that, DeAndre Hopkins is not the fastest guy, but yet because...
Kobe Bryant, just ball skills. That's what he has. When you talk to all the Seahawks about him, he has come in here and he just has that knack getting his...
And then the rotation of the safety to the middle of the field, knowing he had one-on-one, they're on the outside.
All over this, but just the body of DK Metcalf at about 235 is boxing people out.
Henderson makes a great catch on this ball. Being able to brawl, it wasn't great catch. It wasn't quite as clean as what I thought.
They've got a game on Thursday against Seattle, a huge game. They could essentially rest him for the second half if they want.
Yeah, I think it's going to be something to consider and something Kyle Shanahan, DeMeco Ryans are going to have to sort out.
He's going to draw 2 defenders, then we're going to run the slant right behind him. So draw 2 defenders, make sure you keep that window open.
Yeah, this ball just a little bit behind, but Jack Jones, one of those young players, is full of confidence.
But Adam, he's going to come off his guy and get across the football field. So it's DJ Moore in the slot. Now watch him leave coverage and be able to...
Disposal. You have to tackle him inbounds if you're Jamel Dean.
From the Denver defense.
Watch up here.
And it turns into points.
There's the confusion.
And they're mixing and matching to some extent. They're getting help on the inside.
Nice job by George. He just feels that open area.
A deep shot that gains 34.
Well, you called it. And this is just a great throw and a great...
I can do better because watch him come off of coverage. He's underneath right here, jumps it. Now he sees, hey, the over route behind me. Let me go steal that thing from Geno Smith. Geno Smith never saw him. Comes off his coverage, gets underneath that throw, and it's going the other way.
Great read by an elite cornerback, the number 8 pick last year, who missed all that time with the broken right foot. He has had some key picks already this season.